McDonald's, makers of the world's most affordable heart disease. It's the restaurant whose logo represents the 2 massive spikes in blood pressure you'll experience after eating there. Well,
they begin the video with a strong image of McDonald's logo that draws your eye. The blues and reds contrast, which is what catches your attention at first. It is supported by John Oliver stating McDonald's and the assertion of the name. He directly goes into bashing the company by associating the corporation with heart disease. However, he does all of this in a way that appeals to the viewer because there is comedy used and McDonald's is already associated with negative health. This is all done through name-calling and association of the corporation with heart disease.
They rolled out a bold new ad campaign this week called Our Food, Your Questions.
All right, McDonald's. What's with breakfast hours?
Does McDonald's even sell real food?
What part of the chicken is a chicken nugget?
What's in your chicken nuggets?
That pink slime. What's up with that? How much do you care about the people that eat your food?
At this point, the ad campaign is presented during John Oliver's segment, showing that the comedian uses other media throughout his own presentation. He does this to help the viewer form their own opinion while being persuaded by John Oliver's opinion. Overall, John Oliver does this to support his claim that was made previously in the video and will be continued to be made.
Okay, interesting technique, and to be fair, they're not just collecting questions from a recording device that makes you look like a vagrant getting into an argument with a poster. They're awesome.
Oliver diminishes the reputation of McDonald's through the association of business with vagrants and unintelligent people. This is also supported through the image that makes the man look like he is talking to a poster. While Oliver also uses card stacking technique during this joke, pathos also comes into play. Emotion is relevant because comedy and the association of unintelligence are presented in the joke.
So, answering them on their website and in a series of videos featuring a guy from Mythbusters.
I'm Grant Imahara, and I've spent years finding the truth. Now I'm going across America to find out how McDonald's makes its food. So ask your questions, and I'll find the answers.
Oliver again shows another clip from the McDonald's ad campaign to support his claim and present all the facts to the viewer.
Yeah, I've got a question. Why the this? Please round up your answer to the nearest dollar. But I'm sorry. You were independently investigating the company paying you to conduct an independent investigation.
Here, Oliver asks the question regarding Grant Imahara's credibility. He briefly answers the question by saying he is doing the campaign only for money. This is a clear example of hypophora. This example is presented through comedy and supports the name-calling factor. He has discredited McDonald's as a corporation once again. Towards the beginning of this section, John Oliver briefly cursed, which impacts his credibility and the ethos of the video segment. Oliver appears as a very credible person from his accent, the casual suit, glasses he wears, and his overall body language. Oliver often pulls his hand, making him seem more studious. All of these factors again makes Oliver appear as an intelligent, credible source of information. However, his credibility was and has now been discredited through the video, due in part to his constant comedy, cursing, and overall demeanor towards the ad campaign.
So you know what? I've been through the whole process. I know exactly what goes into this all-beef patty.
Yep.
There's no fillers, no preservatives, no additives. It's all beef, and there's no pink slime. That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Nice.
There's something a little suspicious about the way they're celebrating the fact that their food is made out of food.
John Oliver again has used the technique of name-calling to discredit McDonald's through the use of comedy. He associates the food McDonald's makes with an inedible product.
But the questions people have about McDonald's go way beyond just their food. So yesterday we put our own McDonald's question board up here in New York City. Here are some of the results.
Hello? McDonald's?
What's up, McDonald's? What's up, Mickey D's?
How the
There is repetition of signature by the people first introducing themselves in the mock ad campaign. The purpose is to reinforce that McDonald's is associated with the bad things that have previously been stated and will be
Does this
stated.
pay stub for a single mother who's worked at a Chicago McDonald's for 7 years show that her take-home pay for, more than 40 hours of work is only $292.52?
The ad associates McDonald's with poverty by having the woman in the false ad vehemently argue against her surprisingly low paycheck.
Is there somebody in there? Hello?
Why is my face like this?
Hello?
Am I a serial killer? Because I look like I could very easily be a serial killer.
At this point in the false ad, short comedic jabs at the company have been made. McDonald's is obviously associated with clowns, as Ronald McDonald is their mascot. A person imitating him presents himself as a crazy lunatic that asks the kiosk why he looks and sounds like a serial killer. This is again a negative example of association, but through their mascot being presented as a serial killer. However, it is all done through comedy.
Why are there currently 7 lawsuits against McDonald's and franchise operators alleging wage theft?
And why do these allegations include failure to pay overtime, forcing off-the-clock work, and engaging in a practice of managerial alteration?
The presentation of the lawsuits associates McDonald's with a discreditable corporation. Card stacking is also used to make fun of the company as a whole.
Time records?
Please tell me this is cow blood. It's not. Stupid Ron! Stupid Ron!
The false ad goes back to McDonald's clown mascot and the previous statement about serial killers. This reinforces the fact that McDonald's is associated with something very negative. The entire segment ends with the well-known jingle, slogan, and logo of McDonald's. This emphasizes all negative ideas presented throughout the video and the false ad.
Pepsi, now known as the laughingstock of the soda industry, and for that matter, the advertisement industry. This company has been experiencing a bunch of backlash from its recent campaign or advertisement that featured a member of America's favorite family, Kendall Jenner. You might think it was Kylie or Kim that was in the video, but frankly they all look the same to me. But no, it was Kendall, and it's very important to note that.
We begin the video with a striking image of the Pepsi logo that has been reconfigured to say RIP, which references the death of the company. This was done so that the viewer now associates the negative things said with Pepsi and to reinforce the backlash the company has been getting into a comedic way. Kathy goes on to make fun of the Pepsi company through assertion and simply stating a joke in the introduction of the video. She also makes fun of Kendall Jenner, who is associated with Pepsi, thereby using name-calling and discrediting the company even more. Additionally, Kathy is wearing a studious outfit, glasses, a ponytail, and using professional mannerisms to emphasize that she is a credible person. However, this has been and will continue to be torn down through Kathy's use of comedy and overreaching statement or assertion. This is something that impacts the ethos. You better know who we are. Oh, oh. We are the lions. We are the chosen. We're gonna shine now the dark. Yeah, we are the movement. This generation. You better know who we are. Oh, we are the lions. We are the chosen. We're gonna shine now the dark. We are the movement. This generation.
Right? There are definitely a few things wrong with that video, and I'm sure you all caught it. Pepsi and Kendall Jenner, just saying her name is completely weird for me, especially on this show. But back to the point. Pepsi and Kendall Jenner have been getting a lot of backlash for the release of it, and rightfully so. Many people, especially those involved with personal rights issues like the Black Lives Matter movement and the LGBTQ movement, are offended that a big corporation like Pepsi has decided to make movements like theirs trivial, which, in my opinion, is exactly what they're doing. Pepsi is basically saying that this big movement isn't as important as it should be and is trying to make money off of a very big issue. According to Pepsi, next time I'm in a fight with my friend, that I should just give him or her a Pepsi and everything will be perfect. Hate to break it to you, Pepsi, but that's not how situations get solved. Ha 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 ha! Segment, we added the original Pepsi ad to show the viewer another form of media. This was done to further associate all things being said with the Pepsi company and give the viewer all information they need to make their own opinion.
That is exactly what this ad is saying, and rightfully, a lot of people are upset about it. Another thing this ad is wrongfully promoting is that a popular white woman is the one that creates peace between the protesters and the police. Just to let you know, Pepsi, popular white women are not the only ones that create change. Have you ever heard of Rosa Parks or Martin Luther King Jr.? Well, I have a dream that Pepsi stops making stupid ads that make important things trivial.
During this longer portion of the video, Kathy states true opinions while making various comedic jabs towards Pepsi and specifically Kendall Jenner. Kathy does this to associate Pepsi, again, with negative things, to further bash the company, all through comedy. Additionally, Kathy makes valid points and almost influences the viewer to believe in the things that she is progressing, such as the fact that the ad is making big movements trivial. Therefore, she is using persuasion, card stacking, and assertion to discredit the company
Pepsi
further.
has also responded to the backlash of this video by stating that they were trying to project a global message of unity, peace, and understanding. Honestly, I have no idea where any of those three things are in that video. They also continue saying that clearly we missed the mark and we apologize. Wow, really? I thought you guys nailed it. Okay,
At this point, I am explaining what both Pepsi and Kendall Jenner have done to respond to the backlash of the video. I continue to make sarcastic comments to the statements released by Pepsi, which is an example of name-calling. I also discredit Kendall Jenner, who is associated with Pepsi because of the video, thereby using association and name-calling to make her point.
Additionally, Kendall Jenner has decided not to reply to any of the backlash that she's been getting. Probably not the best thing to do, Jenner. Probably not the best thing to do. And finally, we have made a little something for you, and I hope you all enjoy it.
Windmill for the land, turn forever hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride. It is taking far. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you literally did that? I'm broken glass on your back. And you did that. Okay, this is your fault. Ah!
Guys.
Product by imitating the Pepsi ad, similarly to how John Oliver ended his segment with the mock McDonald's ad. It shows two people fighting over losing a Guitar Hero, which emphasizes the fact that the original Pepsi video was idiotic. Additionally, the fighting is overdramatic to emphasize that same point. The mock video ends with the two people sipping from a can of Pepsi and hugging. The comparison of the overdramatic fighting and the hugging reinforces how unrealistic the original Pepsi ad was. Overall, the entire idiocy of the video discredits the Pepsi company because Pepsi is associated with it due to an entire segment being about the original ad. This entire mock Pepsi ad uses comedy, card stacking, name calling, and association to discredit Pepsi as a corporation.